Wait, inside, she's inside the... I don't quite understand the geography here. Not that bad at directions, am I? We're in L Chips. I did kind of look just very briefly. I just glanced over a walkthrough.
I bet I'm your favorite.
Don't think she actually comes in this part. It didn't say, but she's very loud. I really didn't think that you would notice me that close up, or that far away, but did look at a little bit of a walkthrough just so I could compare. This is cheating a little bit. Just so I could compare what, the security room route versus the... Hey, the walkthrough said, okay, said, like, go behind the counter somehow? You stop at the kitchen and pick up a bag. Did I, like, pick up a bag and I just don't remember doing that, or... I must be able to get back there somehow, because there's a flashlight charger. So, like, what the heck? Am I just dumb? That I don't understand how I'm supposed to get into the kitchen part? Because, okay, counter. Clearly, see, hello. No, it doesn't let me jump over there. It said there was a thing back here. That was what I was going to say about the walkthrough, and I had all this confidence that I was just going to figure out how to get back there. That somehow I just missed it yesterday when I was trying. I get a lot of, like, what probably would have been screen tearing before. A lot of, like, graphic hitches here. It's really chugging. Let me see, because that's really the only thing I can close. Oh, there's a door. God dang it. All right, Gregory, kick it open. There we go. You know, every time I ask, am I just dumb in this game? I think the answer is wait 3 more seconds and you'll find out exactly how dumb you are. Because that certainly seems to have been the answer so far. Is, yeah, you are. And you should just kind of keep going and you'll find out exactly how. Anyway, I wanted to compare... because the game is difficult for me, to compare the routes. Because there's this route where you go to the security office on the 3rd floor, which is where we're headed. And there's the other route where you're downstairs and you go through the vent at the loading dock. Now, because of my brief overview, I am aware that I can go back down there later. Not yet, not for a while, but I will be able to investigate the areas that I didn't explore now. The other thing that I'm aware of is that they both suffer from the same thing that got me last night, and so I don't know that it's necessarily going to be better one way or another. The walkthrough seemed to think that dodging the security bots and Roxy might be more difficult. I don't know. I didn't find it as bad as I thought. Oh, God. Yeah, I had a hitch there last night, too, where it kind of strobed on me. So I think there's, like, a loading spot, like, right here. Or when you cross it, you haven't crossed the threshold yet, but it's definitely loading. Now, Roxy is in here, wandering around and dissing me pretty much constantly. She does roam, I guess, pretty much the entire area. So, the advice was basically, just use the hiding spots. Wow, you are man. I feel like this dude here is having a rough day. I hate that I don't know exactly where she is and that there's security bots everywhere in here. Now, here's the question. Do I have to go to the security door that I went to before and get the dialogue about how that ain't it, Chief?
Well done, Gregory.
Or can
you
I,
are in the East Arcade.
like, literally just go?
The security office. Look for the door with the security badge symbol on it.
God damn it.
I bet you don't even have friends.
She's more forgiving than I expected her to be. I really thought that it was going to be a lot rougher than it was with Chica. But so far, at least, I saw some evidence in the talking about how this was potentially more difficult than the other route for hiding from her, that perhaps she does occasionally make you think that she's lost you, and, you know, if you jump in too early into a hiding spot, she will still find you. But, you know, I mean, she's still more forgiving than I expected, honestly. I mean, the advice is basically, you know, if you get caught by the security bot, just bolt for the nearest hiding spot because she's going to spawn behind you. Don't bother to look, just go. Anyway, what I was wondering before the security bot caught me from way farther away than I expected, or from behind me and I didn't know it was there, what I was saying is I wonder if I have to follow the route that I did yesterday, which takes me to the locked security door and the locked other door before I can go through the vent, or if I can just make my way toward the vent, which, if I remembered where that was, would be a helpful thing. I remember what was around it. Is it on this map instead? No, it shows on this map. Okay, so I'm here. That's the thing I want, because this is the security office I'm trying to go to. I do also happen to know what happens in there after. I did not look that far in the loading dock part when I was comparing it, because honestly, the part that got me yesterday was this bit, which is the duct, and you have to do the same thing at the loading dock. So I figured 6 of one, half dozen of the other. The other one's going to be hard too. Like, if what they think is the hard part is out here, if they think that's the difference, then this part can't be that much harder than whatever I have to do at the loading dock. So I have to go to my right, the direction that I'm facing, and because it faces me, this is where I'm looking, I assume. I mean, we can test that real easy, of course. Yep. Okay. So we need to go that way, because this... What I did yesterday, I hugged the wall. Because you kind of go behind arcade machines if you do that. And it's harder for the bots to see you on the way. On the other hand, I didn't see very many hiding spaces going behind the machines. Apparently they're there. I just, you know, they're harder to see when you do it that way. So I have to go this direction. I have to go around that corner. I came at it from the other direction yesterday. That was the thing, because I made the lap. And the problem is, of course, that I don't know if this is going to be a useless exercise if I haven't checked the doors that, you know, according to the script, I'm supposed to check. I think I clearly don't understand what I'm looking at here. The security office is this, surely. So that has to be the... I don't know. I'm bad at maps. Shock. I know. After all this other stuff, yeah. This would be the section where you are playing traditional FNAF. AKA the method of the games that I elected not to play because they would be too difficult for me. But hugging the wall and looking for hiding spots is, I think, just going to be the way to go regardless. So I need to be going that way. That security bot only comes that far. But he got me from way farther away than I expected. So that's just the entrance again. All I did yesterday was just kind of this. Just hugging the walls. Just hugging the walls.
Nobody
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. She got me. Okay. Alright. I didn't really lose anything because I just ran past the entrance there. Alright. So...
Well done, Gregory. You are in the East Arcade. You should be able to get to the prize counter through the security office.
Yeah, well,
Look for
the
the
security
door with
office
the
is
security
kind of a
badge symbol
problem.
on it.
So... Oh, hang on, I could go in the bathroom? You're kidding me. Does Roxy come in the bathroom? I mean, legitimate question. Freddy used to hide in the women's room in FNAF 1, so... Or was it Bonnie? One of them. One of the traditionally considered male animatronics hid in the girls' room. Which, of course, has led to theories about various things, but... I don't think it means anything. I think it was just on their way, you know? Am I going the wrong way? Somehow by going this way. I could have sworn that was the correct direction. Yeah, you know my sense of direction, though. Yeah. Alright. So I'm clearly not understanding here. So I need to go around this thing, is the problem. Because that's this thing. I want to be over there where nobody is. Don't see Roxy anywhere because I swear to God, the only place she isn't is on a camera. Alright, I gotta get over this timid stuff and just try it. I mean, it wasn't so bad to get caught before, was it really? I mean, just trying to make progress here. But when I know something hard is coming up, I think to an extent, I think I'm putting it off because I know that the vent is hard. That's where I got busted yesterday. And that's not supposed to be that difficult, but difficulty curve for me is different. Okay. Be around this thing. Come on, man. Did you have to?
I bet you don't even have.
Did you really need to?
Heard that.
I'm not sure if you did. I think I lost her, yeah. She's not looking for me. She's roaming. For how much you big yourself up there, Roxy, you give up easy. Maybe that's why she has to coach herself like that. Who knows?
I can help.
Okay, somehow you got here real fast. So where did you go now?
You can't hide forever.
See, this is where I want to be, this thing right there. Just want to make it to the next save spot. Honestly, I'd be happy with that.
Are you lost?
I mean, like, kind of is the answer to that question. Okay, not as lost as I thought I was. I was starting to get confused about what direction I needed to go when I exited the booth, and I thought that I had chosen incorrectly. I chose correctly for once in my life. I'd love to get this thing. I think Roxy is my only obstacle. I don't think that there's a security bot that's going to give me trouble. Nothing ventured, nothing gained? Question mark.
Sneak away, little coward. You think you're better than me?
Why'd you have to be right there, huh? No, not sure, nothing gained, as I said. At least I know where I need to be now. Just try to do it camera free. Don't know if the cameras help me much. Load times are concerning. Mostly because I'm afraid it's crashed.
Gregory, you are in the East Arcade. You should be able to get to the prize counter through the security office.
You're
Look
funny,
for the door
Freddy.
with the security badge symbol on it.
This guy's probably gonna get me.
Nothing. You think
Yep.
you're better than me?
I mean it. Faster
Keep
than
searching. He can't hide forever.
Wait.
I can help.
I don't think I even broke line of sight, and she lost me? I mean, again, grateful if that's true, but I said I was going to try to do camera free. Crap, which way do I need to go? This way. Is that pinball creaking or animatronic creaking, you know? I mean, I will. I'm right next to a hiding spot, Roxy. For a reason. Maybe this just isn't meant to be, but
Are you lost?
no, not right now. I mean, usually, but that's a mean question to ask me.
You can't hide forever. You are nothing. I can help.
No, I'd rather you didn't help. Eh?
You're the best. You will find him first.
Okay. I thought I was done because the outline of my little guy here, my little crouching guy, I'll try to move a little bit so you can see him, did turn red when I jumped in here. So I thought that that was a done deal. Alright, let's see what this is. Exit interview. Of course I got stuck in the arcade. Every time I exit the security office, I get locked out. If it's not my low clearance level, then I need a stupid party pass. Alright, what's a party pass? I'm on the security team. Shouldn't I have access to everything? I swear, those things are messing with me. This place is not safe. Give me my $100 and I'll go. Yeah, that's a little bit of a joke about the old checks you get at the end of the games.
Are you hungry?
You're not right outside my home place, are you? You are. Oh, hello. Okay, so for once. I have to do a replay of that in editing. I don't know if she levitated or stepped on top of this poor little sign bot here, but one way or another.
I bet you don't even have friends.
You don't know that, Roxy. You do not know that. I just ran the wall yesterday, and that went all right. I've gone and made it harder for myself somehow, apparently. You didn't see me when I was behind the cabinets yesterday, so I'm going to trust that that continues to be the case. Ooh, the hitching is real today. Load times and all that.
Locked again? Why does a pizza place need so much security?
They are required safety measures due to past issues. Look for another way in.
And I know something that happens in here. Yep. He just straight up got me yesterday.
Yes, found it.
Okay. I think there's supposed to be a save thing in here somewhere. I'm not taking that security badge yet. You know what that did last time. So what I want to find is a safe spot, because my understanding is there should be one back here, and it's there. Can I come back out of here after I save that? Oh. Presumably. As long as I don't take that badge. Alright, so I have succeeded at making progress tonight. That is success. Alright. I am not going to touch... Oh, look at that picture of Roxy on the desk. Oh my god. They knew what they were doing with her design. Look at this. We're not touching the security thing. Check this out. I wish I could zoom. Oh, you want me to take the security thing, but I'm not doing it. I want to see if there's anything out here first. I have a feeling there is. Probably somewhere. Yep. I'll go on that. That mini music man totally... Oh, good, a glitch trap game. That's just... Glitchy maze. Yeah, a maze and glitch trap, my two favorite things from video games. Oh, here's the thing. Okay. Ran right by it before. Safe spot was much more important. Okay, so this is a maintenance log. CFF something Freddy Fazbear? Who knows? Oh, Chica Feeding Frenzy. I mean, there we go. Chica Feeding Frenzy in the bakery. I don't know. That might be an arcade cabinet. It's gotta be an arcade cabinet. So, Chica Feeding Frenzy in the bakery won't turn off. Even when unplugged, the game just kept running. There is no way it has that much residual charge. That is, if I were maintenance, I would be alarmed. But maybe that's just me. I feel like that's one of those things where it's like, not saying that I do believe in ghosts, but I am saying that I believe that I could be convinced of their existence, and I'd rather not. I'd rather not be convinced. So, that'd be one of those things where I'd be like, that's close enough to convincing me. Yeah, all these doors say 2 on them, so I assume that all of them are a problem. Alright, so I know what's happening here. Yeah, I already went to that door. I know what's gonna happen when I pick up that batch. I know what's gonna happen. And it's 2:30. It's usually when I quit, but we'll give it at least one go. I will give it at least one try. Now that I found the item. Okay. I know what's gonna happen. Don't wanna do it. Okay, I'm just gonna, the only thing I can do is try it, right? Getting a little gun shy of these security badges, yeah, okay.
Area is off limits to guests.
No! Freddy! I don't know what happened! All I did was take the badge!
Do not panic. That office is now on lockdown. I can deactivate the alarm, but it will take some time.
You are nothing!
Okay, so this is where you fast forward if you don't feel comfortable sitting with me while I talk about some mental health and emotional issues. Here's the time code to skip to pass over it. If talk about anxiety, emotional self-punishment, shame, and guilt are going to trigger you, take care of yourself, and I'll see you on the other side. For everyone still with me, this was incredibly hard to handle, both at the time and in editing. I've put this off for a while because it's worse in a way to talk about than it was to deal with, and it wasn't easy to deal with either. I paused it here for a reason. This, right here, this is a moment that came to fill and dominate my mind for literal weeks of my actual, real, non-game playing life. Yeah, this. You would never know how absolutely huge this was in my life from what I let you see on the outside. Because this face, and this is about as scared as it ever looks through the entire thing. It does not represent effectively how scared I actually was, and I was also covering it up very well with what I said. Here's the thing. This is the moment I realized something. I realized that while I'm dealing with one door, my back has to be turned to the other door. Even if I keep looking back and forth, there's going to be a time when I'm hitting the button, or watching, or listening, and I can't look at the other door. I can't reach the other button. I'm threatened by the other door, but I can't even check for unknown amounts of time. This was the moment that I realized that this, while it might technically be played the same way as classic FNAF, is anything but. In classic FNAF, you do technically only have a view of one door at a time, sure, but you only need to look over at the other door in order to close it. There's no time where you're running across the room to handle it. It isn't the same turning your head as turning your back. You aren't small and helpless like Gregory. Like me. Part of the problem I realized in the time after is that for the vast majority of the game, that is, whenever Gregory isn't talking, pretty much, I'm not picturing Gregory doing these things at my behest, or Gregory standing in my stead. I'm picturing me there. The scale of the world is a bit wrong, of course, but I'm short. Our body is already short, and my perception of myself is shorter still. It's not that big of a stretch to be Gregory's size, especially in the face of the animatronics, which seems so huge. It's too easy for me to be the person doing these things. It's way scarier if you're the person doing these things. And I couldn't do it. In that moment, that second, I realized that I would have to look away from a door that I would be far away from it too, that maybe I wouldn't be able to get there in time or hit the button correctly in a pinch. I couldn't. I slammed that door closed. I ran and I slammed the other one closed. I knew it wouldn't work. It couldn't work. I couldn't do anything else. I was scared. I was scared, and I knew from a quick read of a walkthrough that there was a place to hide. That I didn't have to manage the doors. That if I could trust that walkthrough, I could just hide. The problem was, I was also ashamed. That's why you can't hear it. You can't hear it because I spent the entire time excusing, defending, asserting that I didn't feel bad for doing it when I absolutely did. I was lying to you. But worse, I was lying to me, and I was lying because I was too ashamed to tell you I was too scared. That I was genuinely scared of the game at all. Sure, it's just a game, but it felt threatening to me at the time, and I couldn't handle it. I'm scared of a lot of things. A lot of things are startling or alarming or uncomfortable to me that aren't to other people. Things I know aren't dangerous or shouldn't be, but still feel that way to me. This felt like danger. This was turning my back on a threat, and I couldn't do it. But at the same time, I knew that people would see it and say it's only a game, and that people would laugh if they knew the fear was so genuine. I know they still might, but I spent about a month mulling over it, maybe more, over and over again, obsessing about why I had failed so badly, why it continued to bother me, why I felt so miserably bad about it afterward. And at the end of it all, after all the thinking and the contextualizing, the processing, I'm not ashamed of being scared anymore. Maybe a bit, but not like I was. I'm more ashamed of being ashamed that I was scared. I realized that I don't think I should have to be. It was a genuine reaction of a genuinely anxious person who genuinely needs to make things safe. There isn't anything wrong with any of that. I have those feelings and instincts for a reason, and yes, they're overactive, but they're also just trying their best to help us survive. And that's admirable, even though it's often misguided. It is our brain and body just trying to keep us alive. I'm ashamed that I sat there and said over and over, as though I could make it true, that I didn't feel bad, because I did. I felt awful and shaken and scared and humiliated that I hid when I was recording for the world to see. I knew I could hide it. I could still hide it. But I'm only hiding the audio because I can't listen to myself pleading with the universe like that to somehow make me not feel so bad. It's too sad. It makes me very, very sad. I'm sad that I've spent so many years feeling like being afraid is shameful always, that I still defend against it by making light of fear and pain. There's a place for that, sure, but not always. There wasn't a good reason here to hide it, but I did. And I did in the saddest way. I'm sad that I still fight this battle trying to accept that fear isn't always a shameful, horrible thing. That even after this, what I came to call the security room incident of 2021, that even after this, and all the thinking, I know I've done it since then too. I'm sad that I was scared and felt so alone, even when I'm never truly alone, and I'm sad that I can't let the others in the system help me carry this burden of keeping us safe because it's so hard for me to let go, even when they want to help me. I'm too scared to let go in so many ways, and that was illustrated so clearly for me here. I couldn't give up control. Control was the only thing that made me feel safer here, and when I realized I didn't have it, I snapped. I had to take back control, and then because of my shame, I had to compromise, to venture out, to open one door, because I was now not only managing my fear, but managing my shame. This room, this 3 minutes of a game, ended up giving me more insight into what drives me and what I need to reframe and rethink and work on than years of therapy ever did. I hated it, and I felt horrible for days about it, then sad for even longer, as I processed all of it, but I wouldn't take it back. I don't hate the game for it. As painful, terrifying, and heartbreaking as it's been, it was worth so much to me to see. I think I'm stronger because of it. I was tested, and I failed. But I didn't fail the way that I thought I had. And learning that was winning. It may sound strange to some of you to say that accepting that I am fearful, accepting that fear does not need to be shameful, that was a life-altering moment, that for the first time in my life that I can recall, I genuinely forgave myself for being afraid. I was able to look at myself and say, it's okay that you were scared. You don't have to be ashamed. I've never thought that before. I've only ever told myself I was stupid and weak and pathetic and that I should be braver. I've never felt brave. People around me tell me I am brave, that I have done a lot of very scary, very big, very real things, but I've only felt as though I pushed through scary things because there wasn't another choice. But when I went back to this game the next day, despite the feelings I was having and how miserably hard it was, that was a choice. Because this is a game. This isn't real life. I chose to go back. I chose to get back on that horse, and it took weeks for me to feel like that was brave. But even though it's a very tentative, unsure feeling still, I think it was. So I needed to pause here to take some time to tell you what happened, because you would never know. If you'd only seen it the way that it was. If you saw that, you wouldn't think that I was so upset. You wouldn't know how much I was punishing myself in the moment, much less for days and days afterward. If I didn't pause, if I didn't talk to you at length right now, and I know it's been long, you would never understand exactly how huge a game could be for someone, that it might help teach them something they'd struggled to learn for many years, that it might be the first step toward really learning something important and life-changing. So yes, it was hard, and I was very scared, and I was very shaken, and I was absolutely miserable with shame and self-doubt and self-punishment, and it was horrible. It was awful, and I felt like a failure. But I got back up. I got back up and I got back in, and nobody made me come back the next day. Nobody made me keep playing when the room was over. Nobody made me keep going. Nobody but me and my determination that I was not going to let the game win. Not this time. That this time, I was going to win instead of running away. Got back up, and more, I eventually forgave myself, and that was huge. None of this was easy to tell you. I'm breaking so many of the rules I made for myself when I was still very young. I'm breaking the rules because I'm not letting the rules win either, not this time. They'll win again, over and over, and I know they will. But today, I'm winning. I'll turn you back over to the gameplay now, but this moment needed to be spoken. I needed to say it, even if not everyone will listen, and those who listen might not all hear. It was important to me, one of the most important things in this whole experience, one of the things that gives this all value. Thanks for listening. It means a lot to me. So, I guess I'm just gonna trust the camera then. And you're saying that like you're here, but I don't see you guys. So, oh, you're like right outside there, that's why. Okay. Well, how about this door then? You out here? How close is where you
Go
are?
to the back of the prize counter. The
Okay, you're
virus
down at the
is
other
in
end,
a
but you're
VIP
facing
room.
me. I would go closer to listen for him, but it'll open the door.
If
I think he just probably patrols up and back. So I just have to wait for him to go the other direction. I don't think I have a camera right there. Is this that hall? Yeah, because this is the door that I'm behind right now, I think. No, Roxy, I don't want help. Oh, there he is. Okay, so he is down the other end, but he's looking into the prize counter. So now would be a great time, actually, to go out this door, I think. Technically. That seems ungood.
I bet you don't even have friends.
Are you not a hidey thing? I thought you were a hidey thing. I wanted a hidey thing. Okay. Now what, though? VIP thing. What VIP thing? I think you probably do, but I saw Roxy leave, so is this the VIP thing? Is this what I want to do? But I can't go in there though. So I came all the way over here for nothing. Big ol' nothing. Got your mask, Monty. You can't hurt me now. I mean, you can. So what does he mean, VIP thing? I hope you don't. At the back of the prize counter. I mean, define back. That's the problem here. Okay. I don't see a room there. I feel like I must have been close before. The back of the prize counter. Probably on the other side of this then, right? Where Monty is? That, you mean? Crap. Who sees me? Where even are you? I don't even know. Can I hide in this thing? Is that a hide? It's yellow, so I don't know if you do or not. You might know.
I can help.
So what does yellow mean for me here? My little outliney guy is yellow. But I'm hidden and they haven't busted it open yet. Does that mean they're gonna camp me? So I'm in that thing right there. Right there. So why do they sound so close? I don't see them anywhere. This is... I don't know if it's bugged or what. I literally can't tell if it's me or what the deal is here. It's a little frustrating. Okay, so he is back in his little spot. So he's lost sight of me. He's just nearby because he's on the other side of the wall. Okay, that makes some sense. Where Roxy is a whole other question. I don't have an answer to that. Actually less scared right now, Roxy. I'm just frustrated. Because I don't understand whether I'm not seeing you somehow or whether you're literally not there. Yeah, I don't see her. Oh, here she is. Okay, so she's above. Wait, inside. She's inside the I don't quite understand the geography here. She's inside this thingy.
Are you lost?
So she's kind of near me. Ish. She's on the other side. So I should
Help.
be able to pick her up on this camera then. Surely. So that should be where she went. Right? Not that bad at directions, am I? Shouldn't she be right here? If she was just... Oh, she went back in. Okay, fair enough.
Nobody
Emergency
will miss
exit
you.
is what that says. That's gotta be this.
Sneak away.
Whatever
little
that
coward.
is. That can't be a VIP room then, surely. Is this whole thing the VIP? I don't know what he means. I never know what he means. So this is the security office. This is that area behind the prize counter. This is something else, and I don't know what that is. This has got to be stairs because it's behind an emergency exit door. Going out this way takes you to the prize counter. So this is technically behind the prize counter, and this is prize room. Because this is where I was going to try to... This was the other security door I was going to try to get out of earlier. You go by it to get to the vent. Oh, look, a save. Can I get there safely, though, when Roxy's, like, literally everywhere? Because I think I may have saved it a completely untenable spot. Of course I'm going to choose a new save slot. Oh, she's walking on air again. That's good for her. Glad to see it. Now, does she turn straight back around or does she keep going around?
I can help. You can't outrun me.
I mean, yeah, you're
Sneak
probably
away,
right, but...
little
I mean, I think I have to go through that room, right? That's kind of what makes sense to me. Because... I mean, this may be one of those things where I'm making it way harder on myself than it has to be, because maybe
forever.
that's not what I'm supposed to do. Now, she went through these doors over here before. She went out here.
Hey kid,
I
come on
can't.
out. We're only trying to help.
I thought maybe I could go through there. Go figure.
Sneak away, little coward.
Okay, the fact that the save point is right in that door, and the fact that I have to go by Roxy to do it, suggests to me that, yeah, I have to go through that round room, but I don't see a distraction thing of any kind. Okay, just for giggles.
Are you?
We can't use the elevator, right? Nope. It's worth a go. You know, just worth a shot.
I bet I'm your favorite.
Yeah, there's a hiding thing in here, so clearly. Yeah, kitty cat, I know I'm running late. Yeah, I think I understand what's going on here. Right, okay, so I'm over here.
I bet you don't even
Uh-huh.
have.
Yeah, she's gonna walk right by me here. And I think... I'm not sure if this is my goal. Or if that's my goal. I'm gonna say probably that.
Nobody will miss you.
You don't know that, Roxy. Might have a family, maybe, possibly. I don't think I do, because...
You found the fire escape. Unfortunately,
Oh, of course.
I do not think
It's not a
there
very
is
good
way to
emergency
reach it
system. No,
without
you're
becoming a
right.
VIP. It is not a very good emergency
Formal
system.
complaint.
You are lucky there is not a fire. I have lodged a formal complaint.
Freddy, the doors are all locked. I can't get out of here.
Get to the elevator. Find a safe path on your fast watch.
You're joking. I was just there. Hi.
I bet you don't even have.
Like, why zoom in on her for me?
Sneak away, little coward.
Oh, come on. There's no way you don't see me. Okay. I'll take it. Is she sniffing for me? She is. Come on and leave, will ya? So she's back to her patrol. But to get to the elevator,
I
have to
bet
go
I'm
back.
your favorite.
Through her room, I think. Unless something opened that I don't know about. Oh, she patrols out here by me now. Great.
I
Alright,
can help.
so it's different now. I've got a longer patrol, but a long delay outside my hiding spot.
Nobody will miss you. Sneak away.
Can I get to the hidey thing before she gets there? No idea. Gonna find out though. All I need to do is get back to that safe spot. I don't know. I don't see her.
You can hide forever. Are you lost?
She is out by the elevator now.
Free
Hi.
map. Free map.
I mean, thanks.
Move! Gotcha!
Well, I mean, this has to be a scripted event. Because there was no way to avoid that.
Where am I? Look at all this stuff. Freddy? Freddy, are you there?
I'm in some security office
I'm
somewhere.
trapped.
I'll bet you think you're real clever, Gregory. Yeah, I know your name.
I can look
You're
around a
in
little,
big
but it's not
trouble.
letting me move
This is
around.
not the night to be wasting my time. So, you are going to wait
Yeah.
right there in Lost and Found until your parents or the police arrive.
I mean, you're not... hi.
Are you having fun yet?
I mean, yeah, actually, I kind of am, but, you know, not if I was Gregory. If it was really Gregory, I'm not having any fun. I mean, it's about time for me to close up, but I do not have a safe spot. What is this Wum Wum? What What is this all about? What is the 1-1? Oh, that's her. That's what that is. Hey. I don't... What am I supposed to do about that? Oh, I see. No, not that. I want to use the screwdriver on this. I don't know how to use my inventory. So that's going to be it for tonight. This was a heavier episode, I know, at least if you sat with me through my talk about the security room incident. I won't go back over the details here in case you did need to skip it, but I will say that this was one of the most important segments I filmed in the entire series. There were other things later that were confronting for me in other ways for sure. In fact, I had some pretty serious moments of doubt in my second playthrough, but this was a very defining moment for me, and even if it never felt like a particularly positive moment, positive things definitely have come out of it for me for sure. It's important to me and special, and part of what makes this game so huge for me, what makes it more than just the sum of its parts. Next time, we'll be back to our usual Rhodri struggling to play this game as though nothing happened. Just know that something did happen, even if I don't show it. I just thought it might be interesting to note one final thing here, and it's something that I only really noticed when I went to edit. This episode was filmed on Christmas Day. I had completely forgotten about that. And that's it for this episode, so good night, Freddy. See you next time.